Go ahead, Jamie.
Hey there. Sorry about that. I was waiting. Uh, Welcome everyone. We're so glad to have everyone on here. We're excited about what's going on. Jackie is here with us, and she's invited a lot of you. So stay tuned. We are so honored. Verdita Monk is with us, and she's just a wonderful host tonight. And she's presidential, and we are so honored to have her with us, taking the time to help us build and learn of this wonderful product and share this with you. And we're just want to welcome her and thank her for taking the time for us. And I know you're going to love what's going on and what's going to be shared with you tonight through her and Miss Jackie. Thank you,
Okay,
Verdita.
well, thank you so much, Jamie, for introducing this to Jackie. And Jackie, if I did make you a co-host, would you like to say anything? Let's see. Would you like to say anything before we get started, Jackie?
I just would like to say thank you to those that have joined and connect, um, and be ready to receive, not only receive, but to join on tonight because there's a lot of things that are happening and this will be very beneficial for you. And I'm only telling you this because I've tried it and I'm using it now.
All
So
right. Well,
I would
we're
like
gonna
to thank you and Pastor as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jackie. And welcome everybody to our informational call on something that we consider way ahead of its time. Let me tell you a little bit about myself before we get started. My name is Verdita Monk. My husband and I live in the Atlanta, Georgia area. And we met Jackie and at Jamie's church a couple of weeks ago. And we, my husband and I, we go all over the country helping people, sharing the word about this technology. And we are senior presidential directors with a company called LifeWave. LifeWave has been around for a long time, but this information you're going to hear about tonight is going to blow your mind, to say the least. It's just going to blow your mind. And I'm going to do my best to make sure it blows your mind, okay? So let me just get into this so that you can understand a little bit more about why we're here. So I just told you that you're going to hear about something, a product that's way ahead of its time. It's a very, very tiny patch, about the size of a quarter. It's thin like a Band-Aid. So you wear it just like a Band-Aid. It's clear. It's got crystals right in the middle. You can't even see them. They're so tiny. They're formulated in an FDA registered lab. And this product harnesses light to heal your body. We're going to explain more about what that means. But let me tell you this. What this patch is something called stem cell technology. Stem cell research and stem cell technology is something that you may or may not have heard about, but is very popular. Why? Because I know you've heard of relatives or friends that say, the doctor says there's nothing else they can do for me. And that's because you know why? Because most of the time those people's stem cells are dormant. Stem cells are the mechanism in our body that allows our bodies to heal themselves. And so doctors can't do anything. So they say, well, you might want to try a stem cell injection. Let me tell you what is not so good about a stem cell injection. So first of all, stem cell injections they take the embryos, they take the stem cells for an embryo or another human being. They put it in a needle and they put it into your body. It's very expensive, anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 to $25,000 or even more. So it's not accessible for the average person, and insurance does not cover it. It's also localized. So let's say you got a pain in your knee and they put an injection, a needle in your knee. It's not going to help you with your heart. It's not going to help you with that rotator cuff issue. It's not going to help you with your Alzheimer's. Okay, so 30%, 30% of the time, the injection doesn't even work. And so this is why this patch is necessary. So let's get more into it. I hope I got your attention by now. So the question I want to ask you is, have you been patched? Jackie just told you she's been patched. So she knows that when she put that patch on, it elevated the copper peptides in her body, which in turn reactivate the dormant stem cells. And this is why you start feeling stuff, because your body is being regenerated, okay? So these ladies are displaying the patch on their shoulders. They're all muscular arms. You can put it anywhere. You can put it on the back of your neck. You can put it on your belly button, below your belly button. You can put it on your wrist. You can put it anywhere. Now, I told you a little bit of why we need this stem cell patch. And it's because by the time we're 30, half of our stem cells are dormant. They're inactive. That's just going to happen. That's part of aging. And then by the time we're 60, about 90% of our stem cells are inactive. And why is this important? I just told you earlier, because the stem cells are the body's intended repair system. So the fewer stem cells that you have, the slower you're going to heal. You know, it's going to take us longer. I have a 5-year-old grandson. One of my grandsons is 5 years old. And he fell literally on the desk in his school, fell forward and a gash up under his eye and above his eyebrow. I saw him 2 days later, and I saw the picture when it happened. There was blood everywhere. When I got to their house 2 days later, you could even tell that he had fallen. You could not even see a scar. I would say, wait, I thought he fell. You can't even see it anymore because he's 5 years old. His body, the stem cells move fast. They heal very quickly. But that's not going to happen as we get older. So millions of people are experiencing the effects of aging. So our products, I want to make this disclaimer, our products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease or medical condition. How does this patch work? It's a proprietary form of phototherapy. Have you ever heard the analogy, if you go out into the sun, it's going to elevate the vitamin D in your body, right? That's a form of phototherapy. But you don't need the light of the sun to make this patch work. You need the light of your body. You know, we are light beings. We have heat and light already in our body. So when we put the patch on, it's going to reflect, the heat of our body is going to reflect off those crystals that I talked about. And when it reflects off those crystals, it elevates the copper peptides in our body and reactivates the dormant stem cells. You see, that's a process that we call photobiomodulation. Big fancy word, sophisticated word to say your stem cells are being reactivated. And so this is a patented nanotechnology. No one else can duplicate this. It's patented. Non-transdermal, so it doesn't penetrate into your skin. It's only reflecting. The light of your body is reflecting off these crystals. And then there's no drugs or chemicals in it. You know, doctors love this. I've got so many doctors on my team. I even have a doctor on my team who does stem cell transplants. After she did her research, she said, this is superior. This patch is superior to stem cell transplants because of all the things that I'm about to tell you that it does. And so nothing is going into your body. Is non-invasive, 100% non-invasive. But once again, we're not saying that the product is going to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease or medical condition. It's going to sit there and just, it's going to reboot your body. It's going to reboot your body so that the patch works and it heals itself. Now, I want to introduce you to this genius of a man by the name of David Schmidt. David Schmidt is the CEO of our company, but he is also the inventor of the patch. He has over 200 patents now, and he specializes in age reversing. And that's, you know, when he realized that was the way to go, his whole mission in life is to help people. He's very brilliant. When he realized this is the optimal way to give people optimal health, that's when he started focusing on it. See, back in 1970 something, a scientist by the name of Dr. Lauren Picard, he said, and he proved some kind of way that if the copper peptide in our body, GHKCU, was elevated, it would reactivate the dormant stem cells. The problem, he says, nobody can do it. There's nobody on earth that can make that happen. But see, David Schmidt, that's why I say he's a genius. He took 10 years of his life and $4.5 million to prove this, that he could do it. He had over 80 case studies. And in these case studies, a lot of things happened to people in these case studies. And because of these case studies, he was able to patent this. And so let me read exactly the words it says in the patent. It says it's a wearable phototherapy apparatus that produces beneficial effects to the human body, such as activation of stem cells, improvement in strength, improvement in stamina, pain relief via a non-transdermal container. The non-transdermal apparatus reflects or emits specific wavelengths of light to elevate levels of copper peptide GHKCU in the body. Okay, so this is patented, meaning nobody else can make this patent, nobody except for David Schmidt for the next 15 years, and it makes us exclusive to this patch. So you have to get this patch through a LifeWave representative like Jackie or like Jamie. Okay, there are many, many benefits. I'm going to tell you a few. Increased strength, reduce inflammation, energy and vitality. You're going to be like a little bunny running around. You're going to be so energized. Increased stamina, mental clarity. You know, I'm an interior designer by trade, and I have a lot of detailed work dealing with contractors, paperwork, just technical stuff with regarding to the work that I do. I used to be just overwhelmed. When I started wearing the patch, my mind calmed down and I was able to focus and just do whatever I wanted to do. Restored muscle and skeletal conditions. One of my teammates stays next door to this doctor who's retired. And for 10 years, this doctor has been, his name is Dr. Smith. He's been walking with a cane because he had to have this cane. He also, bent over. And so with regard to restored muscle and skeletal condition, let me tell you what happened to Dr. Smith. In about a week, he had to walk down a hill to his mailbox and back up to his house. And he realized after he got back, he had not taken his cane. He did not use his cane after a week. Also, he went to the neighbor who gave him the patches, and she said, Dr. Smith, do you realize you're standing up straight? He says, looked in the mirror and he says, I am standing up straight. That's what we mean. You see, when we get older, we start shrinking because our skeletal system is depleting. Improving the sleep. Let me tell you why me and my husband are so excited about this. First of all, we need sleep, don't we? You know, sleep is when your body does heal itself. But let me tell you what happened to us. See, my husband used to be a chronic sleeper. I mean, he would snore so loud and choke. I mean, and because he had acid reflux, he would choke and cough. And then with the sleeping and snoring, it was terrible, y'all. I mean, every night for over 10 years, I would push him, shove him to wake him up because I could not sleep. The very first night that we put this patch on, my husband stopped snoring. The acid reflux went away, the snoring. And everybody that I know that says that they snore or their spouses snore, it went away. And here in my husband's case, it was the same night, the first night. That was 2.5 years ago. He's not snored since. Do you see what I mean about improving sleep now? Improving skin appearance. I'm going to show you some pictures in a couple minutes about some people that had some chronic situations with their skin and what happened after they start wearing this patch. So you guys, it's getting ready to get more and more exciting. Now, I want you to look at this map, right? It's called a topography map or a brain scan. They took the brain of a 77-year-old woman, looked at it in the brain scan, and what they noticed was that she had inflammation in her brain. You know, her brain was hyperactive, and there was inflammation in the brain and lack of brain coherence. 3 weeks of wearing the X39, there was no more inflammation. The red area is gone and improved brain coherence. But 3 more weeks later, a total of 6 weeks total, there was a complete turnaround, better brain coherence. And this is just amazing. So when she walked in there, her brain was hyperactive, but after the 3rd session, her brain calmed down. But see, this is not just about your brain. This is your liver. This is your kidney. This is your heart. I mean, all these parts of your body, there's inflammation, and this is why they're not working the way they should, is because they're inflamed and the stem cells are not working. So it's going to send a signal. This patch is going to send a signal to your brain and say, hey, go elevate those copper peptides in the stem cells around Jackie's heart. She needs some stem cell reactivation in her heart area. It tells your brain is very intelligent. So look, these are the case studies. Remember I told you there were 80 case studies, and in the case studies, they were able to see the results of what this patch was doing for people. First few days, over 4,000 genes began to reset. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced, just like I just shared with you on the previous page. Do you know what a real life situation of a brain being unbalanced is like? It's like somebody that has PTSD. It's like someone that's autistic. It's like someone who has dementia or Alzheimer's. It's like someone who is depressed. All of those are reflective of someone's brain being unbalanced. Don't you want to help the people around you whose brain needs to be balanced? That's exactly what this patch is doing within 6 weeks, you guys. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. You know, this is the collagen is what makes you look younger. You know, as we get older, the wrinkles start coming. Not only that, you know, the collagen is holding your bones and your muscles and all this together. That's what makes us holds us together, make us stronger. So if you were a house, the collagen is the mortar. If you was a brick house, the mortar is the collagen would be the mortar that holds the house together. So this is very important after 3 months. Within 6 months, the heart reverses in age. We understand that this patch, after wearing it for 6 months, your heart is going to be 8 years younger. I didn't say 8 months, 8 years. You're going to start getting younger and younger and younger as you wear this patch. I mean, one of my friends who had a pacemaker in his heart, so he was definitely, you know, seeing a cardiologist. I mean, it's just a lot was going on with him. But after about a year and a half, they're saying that his heart, he's 67, but they said he has a heart of a 22-year-old. You take the vascular age test and they can tell how old your heart is. They're saying he's 22 years old. So that, and he's been wearing this patch. That's what we mean when we say the heart reverses in age. It's not going to be just your heart. It's going to be your liver. All the cells in your body are going to get younger. And we're going to start living older. You know, this is what you're going to hear a doctor. I'm going to share with you a doctor saying this in a few minutes. So according to David Smith, it's not anti-aging, you guys. It's age reversing. Now, how do you wear this patch? Very simply. You put it anywhere on your body. But you know, they showed in the case studies below the belly button or behind the neck. But you just need to wear it 12 hours on and 12 hours off. If you wake up at 8 in the morning and you put it on, take it off at 8 at night and allow your body to rejuvenate. Why? Throw it away because you're going to get 30 of these patches in this beautiful packaging here. You know, it's a double envelope. This regular one, put the patches in, and then, you know, this because some brochures and stuff like that inside. Throw it away because you're going to get 30. Now, you need to drink plenty of water, you guys. That's what's very important, that you're hydrated, because we're talking about a frequency going through your body, sending a signal to your brain, and you don't want to interfere with that. It may start detoxing and flushing these toxins out of your body. That's why you need the water. Okay. Now, I just gave you some very technical stuff because this product is very sophisticated. I'm telling you, it's very sophisticated. Can you imagine all the things this patch is doing? But I'm telling you what, the testimonies are life-changing. So what I'm going to do right now, first of all, I'm going to ask Jackie. I don't even know what Jackie has experienced so far, but do you mind, Jackie, unmuting yourself again? You said you know for yourself. What kind of things have you noticed since you start wearing the patch?
Well, one thing that just happened to me recently was the other day. I hit my toe on the my couch while I was cleaning, and I couldn't think what happened. Went to work and I was like limping. I'm like, what in the world is wrong with my toe? So my coworker said, well, maybe you hit it. And I said, you know what? I sure did, on the couch. So I went to my classroom and I got a patch and I put it on there on my baby toe. And I'm like, my toe was hurting so bad. I'm telling you, your baby toe will just make you unbalanced. And I'm trying to walk and trying to walk. So I put the patch on. It was like later that morning, and I had to keep it on all day. So when I went to sleep, I'm like, wait a minute, my toe was not hurting no more. So I got up and I went to work today, and I put my sneakers on, and I was walking normal. And I knew it was the patch. I knew it was the patch because
You must have really hit that toe hard.
I did. I really did. It was swollen. It was
Mm-mm-mm.
it was swollen. Also, I had a pain on my back, lower back, maybe about a week ago, and I put the patch there, and the pain, it went away. Not
Wow.
only that, I had a coworker. She said, "You remember you was telling me about those patches?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Can I buy one?" I said, "No, I'm gonna give you one." She said, "My back is hurting so bad." She's a custodian. And when I saw her the next time, she gave me the thumbs up. She said, "My back do not hurt anymore. It's not hurting."
Wow. And
Yeah,
you know
so
what? This is not even just about pain. You know, I kind of told y'all some
right.
stuff about people's heart and stuff. So it's a lot of different things the patch is doing.
Yes, it is. It's just that sometimes people want to see things right then instantly. And that's why we just talked about the pain. But I had given it
Yeah.
to another guy on a job and he said he's impressed. He said, I'm impressed. He's getting ready to have hip surgery and he was limping around on the job on crutches. He said,
Mm,
and I told a friend, this seems to be working. It has definitely dulled the pain, and my
mm,
back doesn't seem as knotted and tight.
mm.
So those are the experiences I had so far. And just by
That is
sharing that,
awesome.
people are asking me to send it to them. Can you just send me a few of them so I can try them? So but you have to
Yeah.
take them long enough, I guess, for the cells to start
Yeah.
be activated.
Yeah, and that's what we do. We do share this with people. That's how my husband and I tried to patch. My friend gave us a few, and that's how we found out that this stopped my husband from snoring. But it's not something you just want to use one time. You got to address what caused that pain or the snoring or whatever in the first place. It's not a one-time thing. This is why we highly recommend you adapt the idea of using this every day. It's going to take a long time for all your stem cells to reactivate. It took a long time for them to go dormant. You have to just trust the process and just know that it's working immediately. Remember, I told you, and 4,000 genes begin to reset. It's in just 2 or 3 days. So trust the process, you guys. But I'm going to share with you. I told you I have a physician. I want you to hear what he has to say about the patches. Okay, so hold on.
A little less than 5 months ago, my sister-in-law asked me to look into the patch, and I'd never heard of the X39 or LifeWave. Had been a big fan and still, was looking for ways to incorporate photobiomodulation and stem cell therapy. But because of the expense, I never really found what I was looking for. We have a gym that's a part of our clinic. We're very much into lifestyle medicine. It's always been more rewarding to me to get people off of their medicines for blood pressure and diabetes. And so having a repair and maintenance department, if you will, of the lifestyle medicine clinic was really a quest that I was on. And when I looked into this and saw saw the science behind it, how beneficial it was, that was so exciting to me. And 6 months ago, I would say everyone needs to expect to live into their 90s. Now, with this technology, I really legitimately say we should expect to live into our 100s and beyond. If we're taking care of our bodies. But there is so much benefit, and personally, I've been using the patch for about 4 months, and then on my patients about the same time period. And I couldn't tell you all of the testimonies, but I'll hit some of the highlights. I've seen inflammatory bowel disease virtually disappear in less than 6 weeks in a young man who was in between treatments and had failed Remicade. I've seen really one of the most impressive things is the neurodegenerative diseases that I'm seeing improve that we have no other treatments for in the world of Western medicine, and really, as far as I know, other than these stem cell patches anywhere else. But Alzheimer's, dementia has already been mentioned, but I've seen several now who are cognitively improving to the point that they can do things again, like drive when they weren't driving anymore. One person that I know of who has Parkinson's, whose tremor was so bad that he couldn't write and he couldn't feed himself. And in less than 1 week on the X39, his tremor completely went away. That's miraculous. There's nothing out there in our modern medicine world otherwise that does that. A lot of remarkable things that I wasn't anticipating, with blood sugar correcting and getting a lot better in both pre-diabetes and in diabetics, blood pressure getting better. And I'm a results guy too. I want to see these things. So we've started testing, on the front end if we're doing X39 and X49 in a young man that wants to, or for that age, an old man like me that wants to gain muscle mass and lose fat mass. So we're testing body composition on the front end, and then we're testing it at 4 weeks and 8 weeks, and doing our own internal studies, if you will. Personally, I gained 7 pounds of muscle and lost 10 pounds of fat in about 3 months with the X39 and X49. And I haven't changed anything with my diet or exercise. And Danny, you've been around me. You know, I'm not exactly the healthiest eater in the world when it comes to dessert and that kind of thing. So, but yeah, I think when you pair this with a healthy lifestyle, when you really eat healthy and you hydrate well and you exercise and you get plenty of rest, sky's the limit on what you can see as far as results. And a lot of times it is fairly quickly. And I know we typically tell people to anticipate as they're older to expect it to take longer, or if the problem is inflammatory and it's been around for years, that it may take longer. And in general, that is true. But I will also say that I've seen patients in their 80s that are getting dramatic results with decreased inflammation and joint pain completely gone within a week or less. So it's hard to predict that, but the proof is in the trial. And I think just really my encouragement to everyone is you have to try this, do it for at least a year. But if you can get them to do it for 6 months, I think they're going to see everything they want to see in the results. So I think on the, as far as just future and what's to come with LifeWave and with next products, I just think we're just scratching the surface, and I'm really excited to see that. But even scratching the surface is, as you've heard, miraculous for a lot of people, and it's changing lives. So couldn't be more excited.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that video because, coming from a doctor, it lends a lot of credibility. You heard him say some things that I told you I was going to blow your mind a little bit tonight, because those kinds of things, people that couldn't, the man with the trimmer couldn't eat, will hold his fork to eat and stuff like that. In a week, that was gone away, and, just all kind of stuff. I mean, coming from a physician, I hope that opened up, and we have people that we need to help, you guys. I hope you're writing names down right now and thinking about people that you know and care about. And see, this is why Jackie wanted you to know about it, because she wanted you to be blessed. That's what this is all about. So now, let me get back to my presentation. We're almost finished. Now, I told you I was going to share with you a person who had a skin condition that is no cure for it, called vitiligo. But look what the patch did for him in about a year. Okay, this patch is unbelievable. You'll never know what it's going to do. Look at what it did for this lady in about 3 years. She looks 20 years younger, to say the least. And let me just share this with you. I personally know someone who had a detached retina where she could not see out of her left eye. And after 2 days of wearing the patch, the retina reattached itself. She went back to the optometrist or ophthalmologist or whatever doctor she went to, and they said that, yes, your retina is reattached. She'd already had 2 surgeries and did not work. That's what something happened. I went to a gym. One of my friends who owns a gym asked me to come and talk about the patch in front of about 12 people. And after I finished talking, I talked for about 20 minutes. After I talked, this lady walks up to me and says, "Can you tell me what the patch does?" Now, that kind of threw me off, because I had just spent 20 minutes, just the same way I'm explaining all this stuff to you. So I didn't know what else to do. I said, why don't I just put a patch on you? I put the patch on the back of her neck. And she went and sat down. About 10 minutes later, this woman screamed. Everybody in the room looked, what is going on with this lady? What's wrong with her? I thought something, it hurt her or something. And she says, I can hear. See, what happened was, this lady said she walked up to me so that she could read my lips. She had not been able to hear in 15 years. So when I was standing, she was so far away from me, she could not read my lips. So she had to come up to me so she could hear what I was saying about the patch. So I put the patch on her. I still didn't tell her what it did. I just said, let me patch you, because I didn't know she couldn't hear when she came up to me. But she sat down and she says, I cannot believe this. I have not been able to hear in 15 years. She had a condition called tinnitus where there was a ringing in her ear, so she couldn't, the ringing was blocking out all the noise. Isn't that amazing? This is why this patch is flying off the shelves. Oh, let me go back to my PowerPoint. I'm pushing the buttons. Now, this gentleman had a condition called psoriasis. This is a matter of days. Look at the psoriasis going all over his shoulders and back. So listen, you guys, there's many more testimonies besides the ones you've heard on a site called thisisitinfo.com. Also, the case studies are there, the doctor's reviews. When you click on testimonies, you're going to see a page that looks like this. If you know somebody that has neuropathy, click on neuropathy. You'll hear a video of what the patch did for them. If someone had a stroke, click on that. It'll be a video there. If someone, has mental clarity or memory loss, you click on that. Whatever the issue is, you click on these words and a video is behind it. So now we spent quite a bit of time making you confident, hopefully, that you can experience health freedom. In other words, you don't have to live with any of these conditions that you may have. You don't have to do that anymore. Isn't that amazing? Because of this little tiny patch. Freedom of health issues, okay? Now we're going to talk about financial freedom. Does anybody want financial freedom? Let me tell you something. And then time freedom. I will tell you this. I told you I'm an interior designer. I used to be every day coming home, still at night. Here it is, 7:30, but I might be up to midnight because I did the design work, meeting clients, doing whatever most of the time. And I still come home and have all this work to do. It's one thing to make good money. It's another thing to have time to spend the money, but it's another thing to have money coming in all the time, over and over, what we call residual income, meaning it's going to come in whether you go to work or not. How would you like to be able to just wake up in the morning and some money is about to hit your account? Money's just going to hit it, because what happens is when these people buy these patches, I'm going to explain to you how this works. They're going to keep using these patches every month, and the money is going to keep hitting your account. Let me tell you, I want to ask you to put your business hat on now, because I know you're thinking about people that need these patches as well as yourself. And you know that this is a business opportunity. The company will compensate you if you refer this to other people. And I know you don't want to keep your mom and your uncle and all these people. You don't want to keep this information to yourself. You want them to know about it, right? So this company is in over 80 countries. It's spreading so fast. We're experiencing exponential growth because of the patch. So back in 2021, the company's doing about 20 million a year. In 2022, it skyrocketed up to 320 million. In 2023, went to 430 million. And in 2024, it exceeded 600 million. We're on track to be a $1 billion company, you guys. So how is this growth possible? It's because this is not a Me Too product. You won't find this anywhere except through LifeWave. It is not something that another company can go and copy. You see, companies here say, oh, I want to do weight loss. I want my product. There must be a product that a company sells in order to be in business. And that company might choose, oh, I want to do weight loss. We can get weight loss product anywhere. It's just a matter of what company you want to get it from, or skincare or hair care. But you can't, there's no other company out there marketing stem cell reactivation patches except for LifeWave. So this screams opportunity, you guys. This is exclusive. Now, I want you to know that I'm going to share with you how we earn the money, but I can't promise you or guarantee any income regarding this opportunity. It's all based on your efforts and your skill sets. We have a system in place that, is very, very simple. And all you're doing is kind of like what Jackie did. She thought of people that she cared about, and she made sure they knew about this patch and invited them to this call. Guess what's going to happen? Many of you are going to say, you know what? There's no way I can continue to let my mother or my father live with that Parkinson's disease without me at least trying these patches on them. Or there's no way that my uncle who's had a stroke and he can't talk. I have a gentleman that had 3 strokes. He could not talk. He could not walk. He had AFib in his heart, all of this. Oh, when all of it is gone. The AFib went away in 3 weeks. The walking and the talking, all of this took about 6 months, but you would never know he's had strokes. How many people do you know that have had strokes? So as you're thinking about these people and they want to get some of these patches, you put them on a call like this. Uh-oh, my battery on my computer is about to go dead. I apologize. I have to stop this for 1 second. I apologize. But you're going to be sharing this with people and they're going to want to use them and the company's going to pay you just because you're sharing it with people. That's all we're doing is sharing this with people we know. And those people start seeing results and they say, you know what? I got some friends that need this package. It starts spreading. And let me tell you what's happened with me and my husband. It's now well over 7,000 people that are on our team as a result of people sharing and sharing. And guess what? All 7,000 of those people, we get a residual income every month when they purchase these patches. Can you imagine money coming that you don't even, you have, most of you didn't even have anything to do with it. I'm gonna show you in a minute how you're making money and you had nothing to do with this money coming in, okay? So if you say that you like this, what you're hearing, and you say, you know what, I just want to try a 130-day supply. You could do that for a retail price of $150, and there's a 90-day money back guarantee. But a preferred customer is the person that loves getting stuff at the wholesale price, like me. You get paid $99.95. That's saving you $50, and you pay, it says $19.95 here. That's not correct. It's a $25 annual fee, but you're getting 1 month supply every month, and the company will send you 10 patches. Now, we have other patches besides X39. We only talk about the X39, but we got carnosine, Ice Wave. You know, the Ice Wave is only for pain. They give you 10 patches every single month just because you're a preferred customer and staying loyal. But if you want to not only have enough patches for you, but as for your spouse and to share with other people, because that's what we do. We put these patches in this envelope that says, have you been patched? And there's a postcard inside that directs them to this website. This is an info with instructions on there and the benefits on the other side. And we put we actually put the patches inside and give them to our friends and relatives and let them try them, maybe 3 of them. And when they try them, they're going to want to come back. They're going to come back. How can I get some more of those patches? But if you do that, you could become a core, which means you're going to get 3 of these. I'm going to move on to the next page. You get 3 30-day supplies. One is enough for you. The second one is enough for your spouse for 30 days. And the third one is enough for people that you want to share with. Now, the core pack is really a customer, really, to me, who just wants to get it at wholesale. Or for people who really want to do the business, they just can't afford the advanced pack, because the advanced pack is for the person that knows they want to do business. Why do I say that? Because as this starts happening, you're going to get promoted in our company, which means you're going to get a chance to make more money. And I will explain it in a moment. But you're going to get 6 sleeves, in other words, $600 worth for $535. 6 of these. So you're saving $65 with this patch. If you need to upgrade from core to advanced because you just got promoted to manager, because you can't be manager unless you're in advanced, you pay the difference of $240, and then they're going to send you 3 more sleeves. Then the premium pack is for the serious entrepreneur. We've got chiropractors on our team, doctors, business-minded people like me and my husband. We're business-minded. And not only that, we just had a big vision. It was, for us, it was not about how much it cost. It was how many people can we get these patches to. Now, you can order anytime you want to, but with this package, you're only paying $87.50 a sleeve instead of $99 a sleeve. It's a big savings. Now, In other words, you got 2020 sleeves, $2,000 worth of inventory. So you just saved $250. In addition to that, in order to earn money in our company, you must place at least one sleeve a month. Like that's enough for you. You want to stay on it anyway. One sleeve is $99. That's going to allow you to keep your points and get paid in the company, but you can only earn $100 a week. Whereas if you get the premium pack, you're going to be active for 90 days. So you're going to be paid. I mean, it's going to consider you having 2 sleeves a month for 90 days. You get to keep all your points and max out the comp plan. So it's very important if you want to max out the comp plan to do 2 sleeves a month. See, that's enough for you and your spouse anyway. Even if you're not married, it's enough for you. And you always want to be sharing. I was standing in line at Home Goods the other day. Well, you know how long those lines are. And I was talking to a lady and telling her what I do or whatever. And she was really intrigued. I had my envelopes right there. I gave her 3 patches. So I can't give her mine because I'm using them, but I have that extra sleeve that and me and my husband, we don't do 2 sleeves a month. We might do 3 or 4 or whatever, but that's how that works. That's how the premium pack works. Now, for the person that becomes a customer, retail customer, you earn $50 that one time. The preferred customer, you're gonna make $20 every month. Notice there are these points below them, 77 BV and 43 BV. These are points that you're going to get for when these customers sign up. You're going to get points for everything that happens. Now watch this. The people that sign up as a core, you earn $35. You get 180 points. The people that sign up as an advance, you get $75 and 300 points. And the people that sign up as the premium, you get $405 and 745 points. Okay? So this is very significant. Now, as you start sharing, you're going to start getting promoted. If you enroll 4 people, you become a manager. Now you can earn up to $1,500 a week in our binary. This is the 3rd way we get paid. You can earn up to $25,000 a week as a senior presidential director. That is the level that my husband and I are at. And you can get there if you just put your time in and effort. We'll help you get there. Now, look at the manager. The manager, let's say if this was you, let's say this were you and you're building a left team and a right team, because this is called a binary commission. If you introduce this to 2 of your friends or relatives and they get one of those core, advanced, or premium pack, they go into the binary, meaning they qualify to earn money just like you qualify. And then the people on your right, now you got 4 people. Once you get those 4, you're qualified for the next way we get paid. But in this binary alone, you can earn up to $25,000 a week. Now, listen to this very, very carefully. Remember, I told you that you're going to start getting paid on people that you don't even know. Let me show you how that's possible. Let's say this is you, and let's say that you brought your sister on. Your sister may know 100 people that you don't know. And every single person that your sister signs up one of these packages, they got to fall below the last person. And then all the people that keep joining, they know people that you don't know, but you're getting paid on 100% those people. Whoever comes in first in this position under you, they get to benefit from everything that you do on all the activity you have generated on your left side. The person who takes this position, they get 100% of the volume. There's people on my team, the gentleman that I told you on the spa, this man is almost 80 years old, and he's got like 2 or 3 million points that are just sitting there because of where he's positioned. So that's money, you guys. This is converted into money, okay? Just trust me. Now, remember I told you, as a manager, you can have 4 people, but you either need to be an advanced pack or you need to add some more volume or upgrade to the advanced pack so that you can qualify for the next way we get paid, which is, where is it? There it is, our matching bonuses. You guys, the matching bonuses is the cream on top, because that's where you get everybody you'd share with this with. Let's say you shared it with me. I'd go out and earn $1,000 this week in the binary. Guess what? You make $250. In other words, you make 25% of everything that I earn in the binary. Remember, that binary is paid to infinity. You're maxing out at $25,000 a week, whereas the matching bonus is unlimited. There's no max on the amount of money you can make in this company. especially because of this matching bonus program. The people that I share it with, they fall on your second level. So whatever those people generate in volume and money on the binary, you get 20% of what they earn. And the people on your third level, same thing, 20%. So you can see there's going to be hundreds and thousands of people one day in your organization. And all of these people are making money in this binary. Whatever they make, you make 20, 25 and 25% of it, 25 and 20% of it. That's amazing. So listen, there's a more detailed explanation of the comp plan on this website called thisisitteam.com. I hope you're writing this down. And then, but yes, we can answer any questions you may have. Like what's going to happen is Jackie is going to call you back tonight or tomorrow, but it would be helpful to her if you would text her, Jackie, call me right after this call. I got a couple of questions, but I am ready to get started. Because remember, timing and positioning, the binary, that's the way it works. The person that comes in first gets to benefit from the volume, all this volume that Jackie is doing. And guess what? Jamie introduced Jackie. So when Jamie brings a person in, if Jackie's on her left side, then let's say if this was Jamie and this was Jackie, well, Jamie's going to put people on her left side. So those are people that you're going to benefit from as well. You earn money on their activity. So trust me, this is a lot, to take, but you want to not waste your time or take too long rather to make a decision, because time is money. Now, this card I told you about, we can help you get some of those to put your card, your patches in. We do calls every night. Matter of fact, we have every Tuesday night. This is Tuesday. We have a call coming up at 8 o'clock. And the gentleman you can look at this code. It's a different code than the one you're on. Let's say your spouse didn't get to hear this, but you want them to hear what you just heard. There's a gentleman coming on at 8 o'clock, and he is sharp as a tack. He is going to be presenting the same information. He may have some live testimonies on there. I just played a recording, but that Zoom code is 943. I'll make it bigger. 943-596-2989. Take a screenshot of it with your camera, because you don't want to miss this call. And then the password is 44. Invite somebody that you know. If you said, well, I want my sister to hear about this because she might be interested in this, or she needs this patch, and let her hear for herself. We have other ways. This call is recorded, and Jackie, you're going to get a copy of it, and she can share that with you. But listen, you guys, I want to thank you all so much for joining the call tonight. Get back with Jackie, text her right now and tell her whether to call you tonight or tomorrow. And we will make sure we get your questions answered, and whatever you are interested in, whether it's just a patch or whether it's the opportunity. Either way, we got you. You all have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.